On to you, Virgos. You have the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and then you have the Eight of Swords for you, Virgos. So, okay. So what it looks like for you, Virgos, it looks like you have the Nine of Cups, and it looks like honestly, when it comes to relationship wise, it looks like a lot of people are really delusional about overlooking you. Um, the Nine of Cups actually speaks to a couple of things. It represents how a lot of people kind of, romantically really overlooking you. And if I'm being frank, they're really playing themselves because you know they're getting caught up with the modern day agenda of you know trying to see who's out here, right? Leveling up and all of that. And the Knight of Wands just represent how they really got to pay it. They really have to really kind of mind your time because you don't have to hang around them. You don't have to hang around anybody. You Virgos already have an idea of what it is that you want to do, enough as it is right now. And the Knight of Wands also represents the value. What it's saying is that what these three cards are saying is that people better start waking up and understanding that you Virgos have a lot of value. Because if they don't, what's happening here behind the scenes is what's always been happening with you Virgos. You Virgos are doing what it is that you do best, right? The better ones of us. I'm not saying I'm better or I'm not better. I'm just saying the better ones of us Virgos. This is what it is that us Virgos here we're doing. We are essentially evolving and we're doing our thing, right? We are becoming better. We are, skill acquisition. We are maybe a new job, old job promotion, whatever it is. Us as Virgos, we're just getting, our lives are becoming better, like I said before, right? We're kind of like Capricorn in that sense of let time do its thing, right? And what the Nine of Cups is saying is that we are becoming more confident as well. Not to the point of overconfidence, but more so in the sense of understanding that, once again, we don't have to put up with sadomasochism and dysfunction in order for that to be a relationship, right? A relationship does not have to be dysfunction. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make here with that is that the Eight of Swords represents, but at the same time, those people trashing us, they don't understand how we have to be, how us Virgos will kind of be on the low, lay low, and do our thing, right? And the thing is that the Ace of Cups and the Chariot represents how us Virgos, we're not just not doing anything, right? Like we're not giving up. We're not laying down and doing nothing. We've got a lot of different things going on for ourselves. We're meeting people. We're going places. And it just represents how, like I said before, people got to pretty much value your time. They have to value their own, but they also have to value your time as well, because once again, you really don't have to speak to them. You don't, once you found out how dysfunctional they are, you ain't got to speak to them. You ain't got to hang out with them, right? And so the Chariot represents you're meeting a lot of people. It's not like you're not meeting a lot of people. You Virgos would kind of surprise a lot of people who thinks that they're better than you, or they're in some form of competition, or the two of you could have had something but they gave you a difficult time. You Libras are surprised at how many people you know. And then you have the Four of Swords and the Knight of Cups, but also how, once again, you Virgos are not putting up with that nonsense. Why it is that you've left them in the first place. Why it is that you've stopped talking to some people in the first place. Because a lot of you Virgos understand, once again, that you don't have to put up with this. You have your job, your business, whatever it is. Offspring, right? Children and all of that. Maybe you may have children. Maybe you don't have children, right? And so, a lot of times people would be like, okay, well, how come Virgos can be cold? Can be cold because we ain't got to put up with that nonsense. We got to deal with enough nonsense already. And then we got to deal with people playing games, trolling, trying to get on the nerve, like bots, right? Some of these is bots that jump from website to website to website, trying to just like all of this dysfunction. You feel what I'm saying? And so I think you Virgos essentially, well, not think, I know you Virgos have had enough. What it is what's going on with you Virgos is that you've had enough. You're done with, people trying to waste their time talking to you. And then it's like, they all up in your face. And it's like, it's like what the basketball player was saying. I don't know his name specifically. Shout outs to him, but the basketball player, right? He was like, "What? What are you talking about, yo? Let me get up on out of here. Y'all tripping." Because it's like they all up in your face. They're wasting your time, but they're trying to get attention from you. They all up in your face. They're smelling your breath. All of this nonsense, right? They want all of this and all of that. Only to do what? Show you how they're not prepared for anything. So they fumbled the bag, which is you. And see, the tower now represents how some people's worlds are ending because you Virgos are not putting up with that. Make it worth your while or step off, because the tower represents you Virgos. Once again, you've got your own thing going on and you're in your own corner of the universe. Yes, you're getting out here and socializing. See, you're going to have some people who misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not talking about you just staying locked up in your residence. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not true. What I'm talking about is you Virgos are meeting a lot of people. And it's like you're in the zone. You're doing your own thing, right? There's sometimes in months I can meet, like they said that the average person meets around 5 to about 6,000 people throughout their entire life, right? On average. And it's like if Virgos, Aquarius, like Libras, Geminis, we meet more than the other zodiac signs. We tend to meet more people on average than the other zodiac signs. So it's like I know for a fact there's some months where it's like I'm so much in the zone to the point where I can meet upwards of, and I don't even want to lie, I can meet upwards of 10 people just in the month, 10 new people in the month, maybe more. Just introducing myself, right? Because just of whatever kind of business I may have, or customer service, or whatever friend introducing me to another friend, or whatever the situation may be, right? Just rubbing elbows and kind of socializing with some individual. And so then you have the Justice, and then you have the Eight of Cups. And once again, a lot of you Virgos are doing your own thing. But there's also a sense of, how can people be upset? I'm seeing, like I said, the Tower card, there's some people that are upset. But the Eight of Cups is like, how can people be upset, though? That, there's times where you Virgos will be out here single, ready to mingle. What will people do? They'll be all up in your face, smelling your breath, liking it, all of that good stuff, asking you for stuff. Let me not even get started on the begging. I've never met somebody who's so powerful but needs to beg individuals to do stuff for them and is entitled and gets so upset when, when I say no. I've met a couple of those people in my lifetime. All of this, you can do it for yourself, you can pay for it. Okay then, so pay for it then. Enough with this, I'm not going to spend my money, I want to spend your money. No, I get to control how I want to spend my cash. I get to control where my cash flow goes when it goes into my pocket, not you. And if you don't like it, I don't care if you don't like it. We ain't got to hang out together if you don't want to. And a lot of people are upset at that, honestly. But again, they had their chance. So let's clarify the tower. Let's clarify the tower. These cards are so big. These cards are for the big leagues. The King of Raphael, the Chariot, the Five of Gabriel, the Knight of Raphael, and then you have the Ace of Raphael, right? To clarify the tower. So, once again, this is about, right? To clarify the tower, the King of Raphael, the Chariot. They don't want you to leave. You have some people that really like you, but they don't want you to leave. But it doesn't matter. They don't get to control where you Virgos go. They should let you know that they like you so much then. The Five of Gabriel, the Knight of Raphael, right, represents, and they look at you doing your own thing like y'all are breaking up. Like y'all are breaking up. Meanwhile, two of you were never together in the first place. You Virgos was trying to get to know them. They revealed themselves to be a psycho. And so you Virgos decided you want to stay far away from them because they don't have their mind straight. They don't have their head screwed on tightly. You know what I mean? They're dysfunctional. They're a little bit loopy. And so you Virgos don't want that drama because you know where it's going to go. They're going to warn you how, out of pocket they are, some of them. Some of them don't even warn you. Some of them will just act like they're cool, but it'll be like some thriller where it's like somebody gets obsessed with another person and they don't know how to take no for an answer. And the next thing you know, they go full psycho, And then you have the Ace of Raphael. Again, you Virgos are very much so in control of yourselves and you have a plan. And if a person isn't a part of the plan, then they have to make themselves a part of your plan. They have to figure out how they fit into your life. They have to show you, hey, take me along with you. I like where it is that you're going. I'm going somewhere too. And we seem to be going the same destination. We may have different things going on, but we're going towards the same destination though. So since we're both going to the same stop, why don't we just ride the bus together, if you know what I mean, right? Follow the analogy. So other than that, let's clarify the Eight of Cups. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups. The Strength, the Devil card, or the Decision, King of Michael, Leap of Faith, and then you have the Three of Raphael. So the Leap of Faith would basically be, let me show it to you. The Leap of Faith would basically be the Fool card, basically. And so the Decision would be the Devil. I ain't gotta go ahead and stress too much to tell you what the Strength card is, because it's the same thing here. But anyway, so again, the Strength, the Decision. A lot of people want to have you Virgos like on a leash, on a tight leash, just want to have y'all, right? It's just not going down. It's not happening. It's not, you're not doing it. You're not going for it because of the King of Michael and the leap of faith, i.e. the Fool card, right? You're not going for it. You're smarter than that. You have other things going on. And plus, it's this weird game of they have a thing for you, but at the same time, they want you around as like a pet, like a, no, the Three of Cups. But then it's like they can't bring themselves to actually be in a relationship with you either. So I just see, again, you Virgos are just doing your thing and just letting other people trip. Like, let them do their own dysfunction and self-destruction, but away from you. You don't have anything to do with that. It's not you Virgos' fault that they want to be disingenuous and they want to be in a relationship with you, but they want to be like a celebrity couple and clouds and chase better and level talk and all this goofy stuff. That's not your fault. They're the ones who's really tripping out. But that's it, though. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I am offering new services and stuff like this. I am offering, on top of doing tarot, cybersecurity services to be able to actually help you. So if there's anything wrong with your computers or your iPads or your iPhones, and you think that you have any kind of problems or whatever, any kind of technical problems, you can definitely reach out to me, contact me, and I'll help you out. It'll be $100, not for the time, but for the service. These things going on with these computers today, you got to be able to know. You got to be able to know what it is that you're doing. So I'm the person for the job because it wasn't hard. I learned how to work these computers better from cybersecurity very, very quickly. So yeah, the link to all of that will be in the comment section below, called a Linktree link. Come through and get a reading, right? A birth chart reading, or come through and get your cybersecurity services. Nothing costs too much to be able to keep your information and data safe. But other than that, that's pretty much it, Virgos.